hectic.
How can we talk about, famous YouTubers and not mention our very own gaming guru guy, Mr. Grant Hinds? I mean, really, this guy, he's known for his amazing reviews of techno, gadget stuff, and amazing apps. I mean, he has about over 3,000 subscribers, guys, so make sure you go check it out on YouTube, Grant Hinds. Speaking about Grant Hinds, he is in the studio, it's Wednesday, and he's about to review, like, the weirdest apps you find. Hello, Grant.
Yes, that is definitely right. Grant will be reviewing one of the weirdest apps that you can find. Some hot and some not. Grant Hinds, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for mentioning me. That was cool.
Thank you for having your account out there on YouTube again. How can people subscribe to your YouTube account?
Go to youtube.com/Grant Hinds.
Well, there you have it. Now, I see a couple of gadgets right here in front of me. Tell me, Grant, what's hot, what's not?
Okay, let's start off with what is hot. Let's talk about gadgets. I'm going to introduce you to a couple of gadgets that you must have, and then a couple of gadgets that are being invented that we could just forget about. We could throw away.
Okay.
So first off, I want to mention e-readers. Now, an e-reader is a very essential book substitute.
Okay.
So instead of having a physical book, you have this tablet-like device that doesn't use a backlight like a normal tablet does. It has a front-facing light, and the text is then like imprinted on the screen. So it's kind of like you are physically reading a book.
Just without actually feeling the page. It's more of a screen vibe.
Yes, and there are a lot of benefits to it. Obviously, the books are smaller. You can fit it into your hand.
Yes.
You can highlight words and find out what they mean with an online dictionary in it. It's great for carrying all your books to school. You don't have to have all these textbooks.
Yes.
It's a great substitute for that.
Okay.
So e-readers are a definite must-have.
Okay.
The other one is a pro gaming controller. You might think that this is just an ordinary game controller. It is not. It's either a pro gaming controller or a scuff controller. And the trick is, it's got buttons on the back like this.
What are they for?
They are so that you don't have to lift your hands off the thumbsticks. So normally you would have your fingers on the thumbsticks, right? And then you have to jump and move your finger away to move to another button.
Life has made so much easier.
Yeah, so that you can react faster and perform better when you're playing professionally with other people online. That's what that is for.
Okay, so that is called the Scuff game controller, I believe?
Yeah, Scuff controller, yes, that
now
is
what's next here, Grant?
So let's move away from technology that we must have to technology that could just go away, that we don't need. The first one is called the Happy Fork. Now, it's a fork that measures your calories, all the calories on the fork as you're eating.
You're
so
joking.
it's gonna, look, it's basically like your guilty conscience telling you that you can't eat certain foods all the time. But it measures, I don't know how essentially it does it, but it measures the food intake that you're having and the kind of calories, and then tells you to stop eating. Now, that's firstly not the fork's job. That's either my mother's or my job to do. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
So I don't want to be told by my utensils what to eat, and I don't want to take a fork with me when I go get takeaway.
But this is what I'm trying to wonder. How does it tell you that, whoa, wait a minute, what if I'm out there and I'm just like, I'm hungry, I'm just gonna take a scoop, boom. What tells me, no, wait, too much now?
I think it's either got a light or it's got a speaker. I imagine a booming voice that says, do not put that in your mouth. And I don't want that on my fork.
I will order that and put it under my bed, just so. Okay, now tell me what else is not hot.
There is something called the Mellow Mind. It's this device that fits on your head. It looks like a helmet with like holes in it, but it looks really silly because it takes up your whole head, pretty much. And all it does is it measures your mood, and then it tells your phone, or whatever what's connected to it via Bluetooth, what music to play that accommodates your current mood. So it's a nice idea, but I mean, it looks so silly, right? It's a whole head, and that's all it does essentially. It just changes the music that's coming through your headphones.
You see,
so we can get rid of that.
Yes, I don't see how this is gonna help me though. What if I'm in a bad mood and I want to get into a good mood?
Ah, that's a really good question.
You see what I'm saying? There we go.
Another reason to get rid of that.
So no, don't do that kind of tech. All right, now tell me, Grant, what else do we have? Last but not least.
This next one is a completely #SMH. It is absolutely terrible. It's the personal space dress. It's a dress, a fairly fancy looking dress, that's got proximity sensors on it, so it can measure when people are coming close to you, and it's got these hooks on it that stop people from getting close to you. So it's about measuring your personal space, and if anybody gets up in that personal space, then these hooks will just poke people to get away from you.
Well, oh my goodness, there you have it. If you ever wanted to be Cagnus and Everdeen, then go for it and go get yourself this Clory Viber dress. But thank you so much, Grant, for joining us today. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we need to go for a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we talk styling with Tracy. So don't go everywhere.
Hectic. Hectic.